Welcome everybody to the Black Ice. Now I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos that show you builds and what they think the best build is, the fastest build. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want the fastest build, you put all your points into speed. But that's not the only thing that affects your speed. That the player type dictates what you can do. So a grinder is not going to be the best at puck control. I don't care if you could get it to 99. Why? Because the playmaker is the one who does puck controls. So I'm going to jump right into it. Um, I play a lot of OTP just because I like trying out builds for when I play club. I'm not in a club because, well, club politics gets crazy sometimes, but I play a lot in a lot of sixes league. And my build is the grinder because the grinder is the one guy person that maintains the puck through hits. He poke checks the best and resist checks the best in this game, especially where people are just hunting to knock you down. Now, the height and weight dictates your speed and ability to turn. So let's go. That my height and weight is 5'8", 165. Why? Because at this weight, I am the fastest that I can be, and I don't get knocked over or hurt as much as the regular player types do. Because that's the way EA builds this game. They build it based on player type rather than attributes. So what you expect from a guy is what you're going to get. So you're going to get a lot of puck control from a playmaker, but he's also going to be injured a lot and play pretty bad. When you get injured, it lasts a long time in this game. Stick is 80 whip with mid-neutral. Why? Because for this height, this is the stick that he misses the net least with. I don't care if you got 99 shot, 95 or whatever for the sniper accuracy, you will miss the net. Why? Because the game is weird. It's dictated weird. So for this guy, this height and weight, this is what best dictates you hitting the net a lot more than you would. 90, it says the wrist shot power is better, but it's not. These stats mean nothing. Truly mean nothing. As long as you have strength on your guy, your shot will be as hard as you think it should be. Now let's go into the attributes because I have some stuff that's going to be shocking to a lot of people, and you may question it, but it works. Just try it out. It works. But what works for me may not work for you. Let's go into attributes. Now, like I said, the player type dictates your type of play. Let's go to right wing. Now, the most useless stats on this offensive page to me, and I've proven it countless amounts of time, is offensive awareness, puck control, wrist shot accuracy. I know. Calm down. Now, let me just go one by one and explain as I go. Deking, 84. Hand-eye, 87. Offensive awareness, 67. Passing, 74. Puck control, 65. Slap shot accuracy, 79. Slap shot power, 86. Wrist shot accuracy, 65. Wrist shot power, 86. Now, wrist shot power, you do get a stronger shot because strength and the ability to hit things hard and throw the puck hard is one thing they seem to have focused with in this game. That's heavily affected in this game. If you want to beat a human goalie that's really good when you're playing sixes, strength is the way to go. Accuracy, it doesn't really affect much. You'll miss the net the same amount as you would if you have a low accuracy. At 65, I hit the net 95% of the time, which is more than a lot of people could say with their 95 accuracy. Slap shot power is great for one-timers. Why? Because a one-timer seems to be called a one-timer. It seems to be called a a slap shot rather than a wrist shot. Wrist shots are considered straight up when you pull back and release the shot. Those are wrist shots. Slap shots seems to be in the same category as one-timers. Why? The announcer will say, "Oh, slap shot," when you hit a good one-timer. Puck control, player type. If the grinder is going to lose the puck if you are straight up with someone and you're trying to go straight ahead and bolt through people. He's not going to maintain it as well. But he will if you have this setup because of the balance and strength. Those two modifiers help this player type. Now, I'll go into other builds if need be, so I can prove it to you, or if you want to see another build. I'll be making other videos. Passing, you dictate passing. Whether you aim the right direction, the higher passing gives you the saucer pass, but you can saucer pass manually. So I'm not sure why you would want to do it unless you weren't. Offensive awareness, you're aware, you do everything. If hand-eye affects your ability to tip shots in front of the net, then offensive awareness is of no use. Now, defensive category is where the grinder stands out. And if you play team game, if you play sixes and you play a total team game, you would want to have these stats. Well, for aggressiveness 72, body checking 86, defensive awareness useless 65, discipline useless unless you hit a lot. If you hit a lot, you need a lot of discipline. 65, face-off 65, fighting skill 65. These are the two that matter, shot blocking and stick checking. Stick checking matters because it affects, all right, stick checking matters, let me say this, stick checking matters for the type of player you have. I like to use a power forward, but he's such a bad stick checker that it's hard for me to use him because people just go through stick checking. It doesn't even matter. So that's the only reason I sometimes shy away from using a power forward. Shot blocking works, and people only think it works for when you go down to block a shot. It affects how quickly you get up and down to block shots. Yes, it does do that. But if you have high shot blocking, when you miss a poke check, if you skate over the person's stick, which EA loves to allow you to do and them still maintain puck control, if you skate over their stick, there is a better chance that they're going to lose it for a second, which then gives you an advantage. Body checking, I don't body check as much, but it's something I put in. Aggressiveness helps with if you body check, it's more powerful. But with the way these attributes are set up, if you go too high on something, it almost nullifies it. It's not as effective. Don't ask me why, but it's just that way. Now the athleticism. Athleticism works. A lot of people say acceleration is broken. It's not. If you go into your practice or you go into a game, when you make a turn and your guy does like 3 quick choppy leg movements, or that's his acceleration. That way you don't have to push in the left stick all the time as soon as you turn just to go fast. That's the way acceleration works. So as soon as you turn, your guy already does 3 quick chop steps. That's him using acceleration. High acceleration is a must. Now agility is something, it's good to have high agility if your camera is lower. And I'll say your camera angle dictates your ability to turn or your ability to go out of a turn quickly. Because I use a high camera, the overhead adjusted a little higher so I can see the total radius of my turn. Whereas a lower camera from like classic ice and below, you can't see the total radius of your guy. So your turns are a little bit slower if you don't put as much into agility. So, but with a higher camera, you turn so much quicker. I've noticed that if you put, if I put some, let's say 79 into my agility right now, increase it to 79, there's a slight hesitation in the turn, and you can feel it in the controller when it vibrates when you're turning. So I think I don't use agility, but if you use a lower camera, put agility in. Now, balance is important if you plan to do a lot of puck battles in the corner. Puck battles in the corner is what I love doing as a grinder, because people will go over to check you, and 2 things will happen when you're against the boards. You're not hugging the boards, you're just against the boards. 1, they're going to get a penalty if they hit you into the boards, or they're going to hit you and you're going to just move along the board still maintaining control of the puck. Endurance affects speed. If you want to hold your speed for longer, then high endurance is important. But if you have high endurance, let's say you have 93 endurance, then, or whatever endurance, you can drop your speed down to like 87. Why? Because you'll maintain that 87 longer, whereas I only need to maintain this 92. I put for a little while because then I'm already at a high speed going past people. So I only do 86 endurance. Strength is key in this game. It affects your hitting, it affects your shooting, it affects damn near everything. EA focused on strength, I guess, so much more in this game. It's a complete, you need strength. If you don't have strength on your guy, you're wasting your time. So I have it at 85. Now this build works for me, and I have a lot of other builds that I have used. I like using the sniper and the power forward. Power forward is my favorite build if I didn't care about playing defense. That's what I'm going to preface that I'm saying. And I've tried this out countless amounts of times. So take a look. Give it a go. I know the overall is only 67, but are you in it for the overall or actually playing well? Give it a try. Like, love, subscribe. Show me some love. I'll get into other builds if people ask for it. I'm going to be posting league games so you can see I'm not a scrub, and all this stuff that I'm talking about I am using, and they are working. All right, YouTube. Hit me up. Welcome to the Black Ice.